Hello, ladies and gentlemen. MarauderEX here, back with another One Life to Live gaming. This time we're doing Keith Courage and Alpha Zones from NEC, Hudson Soft, Sunrise. This was on the TurboGrafx 16 or PC Engine, depending on where you're at in the world, because this console was released under various names. This was one of the first console games I ever had the joy of playing, if you want to classify it as that. So growing up, we had an Atari 2600 and Atari 7800, but the TurboGrafx was actually the first console my brother bought, and you know, being the kids, it was like it was his console, but being siblings, he had to share. So this was like our first console, and so that was a big deal to us. And this game came packaged in with it, and it makes no sense. Nothing about this game makes any sense. It's still as weird today as it was then. I don't have the manual or anything anymore to know what the hell is going on, but we get into a Gundam with a sword, and now we get to fight all sorts of weird skull monsters as they fly in. I do not understand this game at all. It is an acid trip, if acid trips were. There are no words to this. There are pistol people, like their faces, like, look at him. He is a 6-shooter with a face, arms, and hands. And I just picked up the number 2, which doesn't seem like it did anything. It just changed the number 1 to number 2, but it doesn't look like I actually have any, you know, whatever that is, whatever number 2 is. I have 3 hearts for life. I've got 50 gold. The life seems kind of superfluous because, like, I've taken several hits, but each hit doesn't really take a full heart, so you don't know how. And now I've got 4 hearts. Even better. I've got more hearts than I had a minute ago. So this is like Zelda, but instead of getting full heart containers, I just pick up random hearts. And I keep getting hit by those little alien things. Those guys, they just kind of scuttle off like Zoidberg. And I'm going to. Well, I was going to maybe take damage. I don't know. And we jump down here, and we're in the boss room now, which has these creepy glowing zombies in the background. And the boss. This boss is basically just 2 of these guys. And I'm jumping into the bad guys, hurting myself too much. And that's level 1, and now we're at level 2, and we're back to being the normal human with the sword. I don't. We got 2 coins from him. And we're getting multiple coins from them. In fact, I do remember this person is a healer, and heal my wounds, cure you for 400. Good. I've got just enough. Let me show you my power. You can get more lives from me. Warning, you are on the way to the reverse zone. Careful. And the reverse zone is everything's upside down. Like, even the clouds. Like, look at the sprites for the clouds over here. There's over here. Everything is just turned upside down. Except gravity. The enemies are still beholden to gravity. I, however, am not. I am just kind of floating along as everything were normal. Some of these houses you can buy bombs, which are what the number 1 and 2, and I think 3 and 4. do, but I have no money and I don't particularly care. So we're just gonna keep going. And we make it to the shrine at the end of the level. And we take the Rainbow Bridge to Valhalla and get in our Gundam. And we're off again. And this game is so jarring because each time you switch levels like this, the physics change. So like the human character is very stiff. The Gundam is very floaty. Like that's the thing. Like I'm dealing with very floaty physics as the Gundam. And that was pointless because he just respawns, because I keep forgetting the age of... Oh! And I got completely hosed! I got smacked into the insta-death spikes. So, yeah. That was one life in this acid trip of a game. Keith, Courage, and Alpha Zones. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this game. I don't know what else to say about it other than it's weird. And it just proceeds to get weirder, because as you can see, everything just stays a level of weirdness. Like, we got to see some of the like, 4 is apparently it shoots beams out. That's interesting. And the computer was about as good as I was at this, so... Yay. Alright, so thank you for tuning into this One Life to Live, because so many people don't believe that this game exists when I tell them that this is a thing that exists, and it is... there are lucky cats flying from the sky. Words cannot describe this. Don't do drugs, kids. Drugs are bad, okay? Alright, and with that, I will see you in the next One Life to Live gaming. So till then, later everyone.